Right. Hello everyone. So you might be wondering how we could make use of our Canvas gradebook and how we could transfer it into our own personal class record. So this video will discuss to us how we could make use of our Canvas gradebook, how we could download it, and how we could convert it into our own personal class record. So, first, of course, is you have to access your gradebook from your course or from the section that which you are handling, from the course style which you're handling. And after that, you just have to go to actions. So here in actions, you could click this pull down arrow and you will be choosing between import and export. So actually, what we're going to do here is to export this gradebook, and the export will actually give us what we call a CSV file. So you can see here that I've previously exported already the gradebook, and the date here or the timestamp is of course given here. And once you've exported that, it would actually look something like this. So let me just go directly because I've exported it already. So it will give you this file. This is called the CSV file. And you will see here, of course, all of your students, their ID, SIS user, SIS login, section. Okay, now, there are times that once you, what do you call this one? Exported the CSV file, that your sections might be mixed up. Don't worry about that because all you have to do is just click this cell right here, okay, and focus on highlighting everything on this column. Click this arrow down and you could actually sort it out. So you could sort it in terms of ascending or descending. So if I sort it as ascending, of course, the the sections would be in alphabetical order. So it will start with my 7B and then, of course, my 7E sections. All right. So you could actually filter, don't worry, but make sure that you check first if your sections are in order or not before you filter. And you will see as well the scores, the different activities that you've given. Okay. You will even see those activities here that you did not give at all or you unpublished for the reasons, like for example, reflective journal, for the reasons like, of course, number one, we did made some adjustments or make some adjustments in trying to lessen the workload of the students. And so this or there are some assessments that we did not anymore bother giving our students. It's still listed here. Okay, so as what you can see, there are no submissions or scores in that category. So as you go through here, you would actually reach until the last part. So you can see here the grade, the final score, the current grade. But of course, this is not the grade that we're looking for because in Canvas, the grading scheme was or is not calibrated as to accommodate our grading system in the IS. And I think it's not part of our plan or what do you call this one? Not part of the system. And since Canvas is also institutional, once the IT department would tweak something in the grade book, everything will be affected. Okay, so we better have our own personal class record. So since this is CSV, and most of us are of course using Windows or using numbers, using Mac OS, so we would likely convert this either in Excel file or numbers. So all you have to do is actually go to here, to file, and click export. Export either in Excel or in Numbers 2009. So for those who are using Windows, use Excel. For those who are using MacBooks, you could use Numbers. Or sometimes those who are using Mac, you have Excel installed in your devices, so you could just export this to Excel. So if I do that, Okay, so you could export that and then click next. Okay, save as, yes, and it will now create an Excel file. All right, so let's see if the file is ready. It's here. So check if the file is ready. So once this is created, you could now actually create your grades based on our grading system. So you could now input the formula, all right? You could or if you have already your ready-made grade book, you could just copy paste the items here that need to be part of the grade book, or part of those recorded what you call this one, assessments that you have. You just copy paste here the names of the students and transfer it to your own personal gradebook. So this is now your Excel file for all your scores. And what matters most here are, of course, the data that coming from our students, or the scores of the students. Okay. So with that, I hope that this video has helped us in trying to find a way on how to easily transport our scores from the gradebook into our Excel files or numbers files or our own personal class record. And so with that, by the way, before I end, if we want this check, no, of course our DCs will be checking this afterwards. You could actually just click here, share. If you click share, you could share this one by sending a copy right away to your department chair. And if you're using numbers, the same thing will happen. If you will convert this into a Google Sheet, you could add your DC as a collaborator. So those are some platforms that we can use in order to easily submit our files or our requirements to our department chairs. So again, thank you very much. I hope this has helped us. This is again Sir Mike. Thank you and goodbye.